Welcome back to Big Boy Gaming. This is Buck bringing you a bit more of the lovely Repopulation. Lagging a little bit, I just logged in. Give it a second to kind of load up. There's a lot of map to load in. Which as far as I know, I don't think there's any loading areas. I think it's just one singular area. What else do I have up there? Not too much on the docket today. I've played a little bit offline, or sorry, off recording. Trying to get learned a bit, especially on crafting. Crafting's been very difficult. Every time I try to look up a guide on it, I just get really confused and frustrated because it seems like there's a ton of stuff you can do with the same mats. It feels overly complicated, unnecessarily complicated. That's what I'm looking. Because I've been trying to figure out how to make a certain part. I think it's called molding plaster or plastic. I think it's molding plaster. Anyway, I've been trying to learn how to make that. And from what I can see, there's like several different ways you can do it. There's several different things you can make it from, even though I can't actually make it myself. You know, I was going to go out exploring today.
Can't stop me now.
I need to go check something. We're actually doing a little exploring today. I'll get back on my little crafting right here in a second. I got to go back to Freedom Town and turn something in. Yeah, I got these hides for hopefully a decent piece of armor. Anyway, back to crafting. It almost feels like it's unnecessarily complicated. Just made it more complicated just for the sake to be complicated. Like, oh, you know, we have a really in-depth crafting system. Yeah, you can do all this crazy stuff, which some of it makes sense to me. For instance, getting particular stats on... Uh-oh. Chat. Drive, man, drive. Can I destroy my cycle? What happens if that gets destroyed? I don't want to find out. Anyway, you can make different, you use different, mats to give your, a certain item new stats. For instance, like a copper bar. Depending on how you make that copper bar, you're going to get different stats from it. What kind of agents you use to break it down and make it into that bar. So, that kind of stuff makes sense, but I've seen other things. Now, this could just be old material, because the game did come out quite a bit ago, and I could be looking at stuff pre-shutdown before it switched. I believe it switched over developers. I believe that's what happened. I'm not 100% sure. So I could just be looking at old stuff and breaking out over nothing. But we will see. We'll probably make this, speaking of which, this is probably going to be... It's going to be split up into 2 videos. But I'm going to try to keep them about 15 minutes each. We'll see what happens. Been off work for about an hour now. Decided to get on the Repop. I've actually been having some fun playing lately. Mainly just because I've been playing around with the melee weapons, which I'm really kind of falling in love with. Just for the fact that I feel like I do damage with it. Is this where I need to go? No, I need to go see the armor guy. Now, I'm not falling in love with the game and the fact that, like, oh man, this is an amazing game. It's perfect. But, I see potential. It has potential. Now, it just has to get to that potential. In which, speaking of which, that update, they sent out the, I think it was the April update. I'll put a link for that down below. April roadmap kind of thing. So they will be coming out with a patch hopefully here soon. I didn't get to read through the whole thing, but I'm pretty interested. A lot of stuff doing with targeting and other cool things. Alright, see what this guy gives me. Alright, if I give him 10 of these hides, he will get a piece of armor. I want some pants, boots, please. I'd like some sleeves. There are sleeves. Those look like wrists. I have pants. Can't he just give me some armor? Well, I don't get it. Isn't it jerkin like a coat? Sleeves? Oh, here's the sleeves. That's probably what they are. Yeah. We'll go with the chest piece. Oh, okay. I'm going to cut the video here while I fill this out, and I'll jump back when I finish it. Okay, I'm back. I did get that piece of armor, and it's literally the exact same as my current armor stat-wise. There is, as a matter of fact, I'll take it off here. Now I have some fittings in here. I've had some people help me out in game and hook me up with fittings to improve my armor. And again, much love to you guys. I really appreciate it. The community is very friendly here, so that's a good plus for the game. However, this armor reward, so both have physical resistance 15, energy pool the same, energy pool split the same. I mean, really, there's just nothing different. Even my base armor, oh, that's probably because I have the mod in there. I say, even my base armor sells for more. Oh, I don't have that. Okay, we're gonna go over the fittings real quick too while I'm here. Do I have those in my bags? I think I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, you know, I don't think my sign up. That. Sorry, I'll go over that here in just a minute. That's so no, I cannot. That. Okay. So let me kind of explain to you how fittings works. I'll check my mail in a second. Another player sent me some. Sorry, a different player this time sent me some more fittings, and in his mail he actually explained to me how to use it. And originally I was a little confused, but you open up your inventory, go to your item, and then you right-click down here. Now this is what really confused me, because originally, let me back here, close that out, kind of clear the screen clutter. With the way a lot of the materials work, you have different grades of quality. Actually, I'm going to open it back up, because, God, there's just so many boxes. It's so cluttered. I know it's going to be kind of hard to see, but if you look at the bottom... Oh, come on. There we go. If you look at the tooltip down there, you'll see where all the stacks are at. Those are the different grades of quality. That's a different quality of the particular material you have. So when I saw the fittings, I just kind of assumed that represented their grade. Well, I was completely wrong on that. It actually turns out each piece of gear has item slot A through what looks to be I. I'm not sure if they all do that. Just the ones I do have right now. And you notice each of your fittings here have different number points next to them. So if you see where it says socket A simple, next to it has 20. Well, if you look under here on my light armor, my current light armor skill is 35. That determines how many points I have. So I can fit up to 35 points worth of armor fittings in here. Why they all need to have different letters associated with them, I have no idea. I was explaining this to Bandit the other day. I feel like I'm explaining it a lot better here, but I was trying to explain it to him the other day. He was like, this just seems overly complicated. I told him, it is. But maybe this is something that's changing. Maybe it's something they like. Maybe it's just a pet peeve of mine. I don't know. If you play the game, let me know in the comments below how you feel about the fitting system and how it is. I don't hate the fitting system. Let me just make that clear. I like the fact that you can kind of put your own stats in your gear. I just feel like it just feels kind of overcomplicated for no reason. Especially for a new player like myself. If that player didn't tell me how to do this in the email, I would have never figured this out on my own. Because I don't quite remember talking about it or seeing it in the intro. But, or not in the intro, the tutorial area. But again, I was just kind of reading over things really quick because I didn't quite understand everything. I may have to go back and make a new character and check it out because I'm from the tutorial, when I had to put a fitting on my weapon, they just told me to just drag it over my weapon and that's it. But in order to use most of the fittings, you're depending on what skill level it is. So for instance, the A socket here is 20. I need to have at least 20. I need to at least have a 20 skill in the armor that I'm going to attach it to. Which I can attach it to my, if I wanted to, currently attach it to my armor if I had the extra points, which I'm not getting. I'm pretty close to. Let's see. Fresh to farm. Just gonna read this quest really quick. Buy fresh produce at the farm. You head out there. Sadie Mitchell, she'll give you a box, whatever produce. Okay, sure, why not? I have a lot of quests. I've been doing a lot of quests in the game. It gives me a pretty steady amount of quests, so that's really nice. But again, back to my fitting rant. I don't know. I just feel like it's complicated just for the sake of being complicated. I don't see why they just couldn't say, okay, here's the amount of points that your gear can hold. Just put whatever fittings you want in there, or you can make it like, oh, you can only put so many attack fittings or defense fittings or utility fittings in there. I don't know. I just think it's kind of silly to have A through I. That's just me. That's my elitist attitude, coming from a simple game like World of Warcraft, where the game practically leads you by the hand. I don't know this way. Yeah, no, I'm good. I always die when I go this way because the guys here have a pretty high aggro range and they just mess me up. I can kill one if I get close to it. The problem is they're all ranged and they're pretty close together. So for me to get over there, I usually get messed up. Just go. I'm just gonna go. Screw it. I'll be okay. Don't destroy my bike. So me personally, going back to things, I just like to see it. I hate to say I want to see it simplified, but again, I just think it's a little overly complicated for no reason. Or maybe just throw a guide into the game. And maybe I overlooked it, but maybe just throw a guide in there saying, hey, this is how the fitting system works properly. Matter of fact, I might be. Sorry, I had to cut some of that out when I talked about I have to go look that up, see if I can't find it. I just cut it out because I may have said some rather offensive things. I know I cuss a lot on here, but I probably said something dumb, and we don't want that on the internet. Nothing bad about the game. I was commenting on my own intelligence, if that helps. Alright, but anyway, we're going to go back out here, and I think we're going to do some... Because I want to see more of this world. And I'm sure you guys are sick of me, driving around Freedom Town all day. Now, this is something I noticed. I kind of came out here yesterday, or sorry, the other day, and it took I hit that kind of lag spike as the world just kind of sort of loaded in. Not necessarily full on like me hitting a load bar into a transition to a new area, but it's like, okay, we got to update where he's at in this map. The world isn't looking too bad. Again, this is alpha, so I'm not expecting too much. The game isn't optimized yet graphically, but I can dig the world. It looks vast, and I definitely like the forest area. Who's your giant robot? I think I ran into him. Oh, what's going on? There we go. Let's go. There we go. What's going on? Come on. Oh, maybe I didn't have him targeted. There we go. Kicked his butt. Alright, let's go ahead and loot this thing. Oh, that was when I was like, how did I get rifle defense added on from him? I saw this guy yesterday. I guess the O1 scout. I wonder if I can kill him. Probably not. He has a lot of symbols up there. I mean, the last one I'm pretty sure is just his nation symbol, but the rest of it's like that. I don't think he'll actually attack me. I came by him the other day. He didn't do anything. What if I can level up my stealth with him? Probably not. I think I need hostile targets. I've been having a lot of trouble leveling up my stealth. Again, I looked some stuff up online, and they said you need a really higher level kind of enemy to kind of level up your stealth. Preferably one who doesn't move a whole lot. That's something I kind of want to do, because I want to kind of do this assassination thing and be like a rogue. And in order to learn, is he attacking me? Yes, he is. Let's go, buddy. Done goofed. Maybe I done goofed. I may have goofed. These guys might be a little bit too strong for me. Yep, I think I'm gonna die. And I died. I probably should have attacked him. It says they're level 9. See, that's another problem. I don't know how my character scales. I know I have to put fittings into my characters. There isn't a traditional level up system. You just level up your skills. So I have no idea where my character gauges to like other things. I mean, his health, I can assume I can guess I can look at their levels and see the colors on them. But yellow should be kind of like average. At least it had generally, from what I played, normally it's what it's. I could be wrong here. I know red's bad. Red's very bad. But there's no real way to check how strong your character is. I mean, yeah, you can go in here and see, oh, okay, his skills are, however where they need to be. But I have no gauge of where I'm at. That's just, I would like to see something to kind of help me out. I don't need the leveling. Well, I hate to say I don't need the leveling system, but I like it because it just kind of tells me where I'm at. And the fittings, again, just kind of like, okay, you got these fittings on. How strong are you? I don't know. Maybe see some change in that. We're gonna go back out there though. Have some fun. Maybe I was just in a bad spot. Maybe I'm not meant to go out and attack a couple things at once. Maybe it's just meant to be that harsh. And I'm fine with it. It is that harsh. Just, help me out here. Give me a good baseline. See the full. This is like grayed out, so yeah. Super easy to kill. Not much of a challenge. So when I see the yellow number, then I see green. It's like, okay, take this pretty easy. Yellow, I assume like, okay, decent challenge. Unless I was screwing up, or I assume the combat was screwing up, which it does that from time to time. I'm pretty sure I was hitting the right buttons. Do some more. I can't wait for this new patch to come out. I'm pretty excited for it. I really want to see where it's going to take the game. Let's see, he's on. He ain't challenge from. But if I haven't already said so, I'll be sure to put the link down in the description for where the patch is kind of going or what they're doing. Oh man, not much to talk about today. What the hell? Oh, it's something. But we'll see. No, you know what? Let's just take him out anyway. Nice level 2. Should be much of a challenge. Sometimes these random things that pop up just kind of confuse me. I don't know what's going on. If they're debuffs I'm getting or what. One thing I hope they fix is the music. I really like the music, but it's just so random. It just comes in and out at all times. Again, this is a process. It's going to take a while. You're not just going to fix this thing overnight. I don't know what's going on there. I'm by no means a game developer. Yeah, we're just going to get you. Here's another thing I have an issue with, since I actually just gained some skill points. Actually, let me get somewhere safe first. If there's somewhere safe. Is my biking? No, I was about to say that. My biking climbs some stuff. There we go. Oh, slow down. Gotta load in some stuff here. Okay, while we're here. So you have different skill qualities. You have low, lesser, standard, great, excellent. Now, this is basically where you find out how many skill points you have to spend on these skills. However, because they don't necessarily equate the same thing, so just because I have 30 poor quality skill points here in trade skills, if I were to go down to my trade skills, putting 1 point in here doesn't necessarily mean it's going to take one of these points. Like, I think once you get after unskilled takes 1 point. I think that's no matter poor quality. But after that, I could think like, the I have troubles explaining myself sometimes. You just have to bear with me. The equivalency isn't always the same. So I may spend like 5 poor quality to get a point, and it doesn't really. I kind of wish it would tell me how that equates down to. Maybe I can look it up online. But again, something just seems a little off. I might show you too. Here, if I can, down here. Alright. Uh-oh. What are these things? Am I gonna die? Should be okay. Run. I don't know where I'm at now, man. It's crazy. Alright. Ran away like a pro. Let's go check out Ozaleta. There's also South Freedom Town. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go check that out here soon. Let's go ahead and check out this area over here. I think it's just a region. I'm glad I got this bike. It makes things a lot easier than just running around everywhere.
I will grow stronger to protect everyone.
It'd be cool if there's some boosters on this thing. Maybe other higher-end vehicles have boosters. That would be pretty sweet. And we're gonna kill some... Oh, wow, he aggroed quick. Probably because I shouldn't be out here. I mean, I'm killing him fairly easy. Yeah. Suck it, noob. Okay, okay. We at that area yet? Yeah, we are. There's some... Oh, new trees to farm. Down for that. God, killer cactus. Let's do a little bit of murdering while we're out here. Cactus. Oh god, I might die here. Yep, I'm gonna die. Kill it first. And I died. Dang it. I knew that was gonna happen. Again, I don't know if this is normal or it's just the fact that I'm just under geared. It might just be meant to be hard, like a lot of classic MMOs were. You know, like 10 or so years ago, maybe 15, depending how old you are, which games you played. I would, we'll just go with classic WoW, like the classic vanilla WoW. Maybe it's supposed to be meant to be hard like that, where you're not supposed to be able to go out and like solo a bunch of stuff. My vehicle, I had to spawn it first. Right. Now we're gonna head to town before I end this video. Head to town, and we're gonna do the skill point thing. And I'm pretty sure I'm well over my 15-minute mark, even after I edit out certain points. Oh look, guy attacking me in a rock. But that's fine. I kind of forgot to stop myself, though. It'll be a slightly longer video, even with edits. That's okay. We'll still do a continuation on. I'll stop the video, keep playing, you know, use that for the second one. Keep the gameplay fluid. Here? Oh, I really miss that music. Just something. The fact that there just aren't sounds in yet, which I know, game, not optimized yet. Just the lack of sounds, it's just silence. It's just kind of unnerving. It's like a, no, not necessarily unnerving, it's just kind of boring. It's just like a... But then you get a nice soundtrack like this that comes up, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, you know, something good. Then it goes away just like that. You don't know why. Should be. Yeah, there is a town. If you notice, chat isn't very active. I am on early in the morning here. I work all overnights. It is just about ready to hit 6 a.m. Right, we're gonna go to the skill imprinter first. Like, oh, by the way, this still works. Oh, aw, hold on. No, I did this yesterday. Maybe it's just this particular tree. Want to do something fun and creative? Boop. Still getting the tree. That's something they're gonna fix. They've already told me they are. Anyway, so skill and printing. Let's pop that boy up. Okay, so let's go to trade skills first. Actually, we'll do general skills because I'm not going to do too much in trading just yet. All right, skills. My stealth quality is poor. I am putting. It's currently at a 2. I am at 3 now. That spent 20 points of my poor quality. I am at poor quality of that, so I don't understand the ratios sometimes. Maybe it just has to do with the number of points. Like, get a point, I have to spend 20 points. Let's see if... Oh, hold on. Let's see if that works. So, I'm at... Why am I so high in culinary arts? Oh, no. We'll do foraging here. Let's see if it takes 20 points. Maybe it's 20 points per skill at your level. So we're going from 28 to 29. I have 30 now. Okay. I'll take that. I had to figure that out on my own. What happens if I... Well, I don't have anything past 4. All my skills are poor right now. Speaking of which, combat skills. I don't have enough to level up anything in combat either. Because I have a couple weapon mods I can use. Yeah, I'm a cow. So many containers. I like these containers, these extra containers they give you. I just kind of wish they would condense them down and just give you more room. I don't know, maybe there's a purpose to it and I just don't know. Okay, yeah. I need a skill of 20 to put these in my weapon. Oh, bullshit, right now. My bladed weapon skill, if you look down here, it says 18. Well, that's because my skill is only 18 in bladed weapons. And those fittings are 20. I need at least a skill of 20 to put them in. Alright, I think that's where we're going to end the video today. I hope you enjoyed watching more of the Repopulation. Maybe kind of talk about how I feel about it. What I enjoy, what I'm not enjoying. Just things that just kind of stick out to me. Be sure to check in for part 2 later this week. It might be at the end of the week or it might be beginning of next week. I haven't decided yet. Depends on how long it takes me to edit and put it up and how busy I am. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you like the video, make sure to like. Leave a comment down below to talk about the games, man. I have no problem talking with you guys. Like me or Bandit, you know, Bandit plays a little bit. You know, we'll chat it up with you in the comments about the game. Or, you know, school us a little bit. Tell us what we're doing wrong. I like help because a lot of the guides I look up, they're just old. They're from like 2014, 2000, you know, before that. The game actually launched in 2012, so appreciate you guys watching again, and we will catch you in the next one.